Hey guys, Rob Baynard, producer at LiveX here, and today I've got an unboxing of the Blackmagic Design Web Presenter. Now, this was released a couple of weeks ago in a live stream by Blackmagic, and we decided that we wanted to get it as soon as possible. This had the most buzz of all the products they released that day, although we do have some of the other products that they released that day that we are doing some unboxings on. So check out some of our other posts to check out those videos as well. The Blackmagic Web Presenter has created a lot of buzz because a lot of people think that this is going to allow you to bring in Skype calls into your broadcast. That's not true. This actually won't let you do that. This lets you use a production camera or a production camera in a slideshow, like from PowerPoint, from a laptop or Keynote, that you can switch into your Hangouts on Air or your Skype, or use as a USB source for switching software like maybe Wirecast. I know some of you are really into, or any switcher that accepts a USB source, like vMix. We use vMix a lot. I already mentioned a little bit about the misconceptions, but before I dig into this, I just want to let you know that this is not some magic way of getting a Skype call into your broadcast. That requires a TX unit, either a NewTek Talk Show or a QuickLink TX or a Riedel S2000, I think is the model, or any of those that is a professional Skype machine for broadcast that gives you the proper I/O. This does nothing for people on the other end. This only allows you to improve the quality of your Skype calls, your Google Hangouts on Air, or your internet broadcast that can take a USB source. So right off the bat, here it is. It has a 12G SDI input, and it supports 2160p at 60 frames per second. I did another unboxing on the HyperDeck Studio Mini, which has 6G SDI input for Ultra HD 2160p 30 frames per second, but this one actually has 12G SDI input. I am a little skeptical as to how that actually works, considering this connects to your switcher, your software switcher, or your computer via USB. Now, I don't think USB can support the transfer of Ultra HD at 60 frames per second, but hey, I could be wrong. You know, just because they say it's an input doesn't necessarily mean that you can actually use it at that resolution. So I'm a little skeptical. We'll have to do some testing, and we'll get back to you on Twitter or Instagram. Check us out at LiveX Production for more updates on that. So I'm gonna get into it. All their packaging is pretty much the same. It all comes with this welcome document that has the software and manual via SD card. You've seen me throw those away a lot because you don't need them. All you have to do is go to blackmagicdesign.com/support, bottom right-hand side of the page, type in your model number, and you'll be able to pull up all the firmware and product documentation that you need for the unit. As you can see, anyone who's familiar with the Teranex Mini converters will be very familiar with this form factor. It is identical and can even work on the Teranex Mini Smart Rack. That's a 1RU rack that allows you to mount several of these devices, 3 across, for anyone who's trying to put one of these into their studio racks or their road cases or anything like that. Nothing on the front. This could benefit greatly from the Teranex Mini Smart Panel so that you can have access to the interface right on the front. We have an unboxing on that as well, so you can check that out. On the back, we have an HDMI in and an SDI in, as well as a line/mic input via XLR, or stereo connection left-right for bringing in audio that way. It also has an SDI program out and an SDI loop out. Now, the reason why they included the SDI program out is this device does have something really special in it, in that it is also a 2-input switcher. It allows you to switch from the SDI input to the HDMI input and back and forth. This is really helpful for anyone who's doing like web conferencing in a corporate environment, who may have one camera and a slideshow presentation that they're going to want to share with everyone on the other end. Very effective in Google Hangouts on air, as well as group Skype calls or anything like that. Also has this USB webcam I/O here that you can use as well. It's a little misleading because it says USB webcam. That does not actually mean that you bring in a USB webcam into this device. That is your output to your computer or your software switcher, laptop, whatever you're using. These are where your inputs are. The loop out is on the SDI and the loop out on the HDMI, and the program out is to see the actual switch source that you can use for getting your broadcast out. It has some dip switches on the back, although dip switches lately with Teranex type devices aren't really the way you want to configure this. You really want to open this up, this USB panel here on the front, and just go in with a mini USB to the settings and configure it from there. That's a much better way around it. That way you'll know exactly that you got the settings exactly right. That's pretty much it for the Blackmagic Web Presenter. It's perfect for YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and Skype. Once again, it's to use your equipment to go out to the world, not to bring something from out in the world into your broadcast. So just keep that in mind when you're looking through this, and the only reason why I keep going back to that is because I saw a lot of questions from friends asking me, will this work? Can I use this instead of a talk show? I'm sorry guys, that's just not going to work. But that's it, the Blackmagic Web Presenter from Blackmagic Design. And once again, I'm Rob Baynard, and this has been another unboxing. Thanks for watching.